Hey, hey, how's it going, tutors? How's it going, teachers and everyone? This is Audrey Codner, and I'm just want to reach out. I know a lot of you guys are freaking out, especially the people on TikTok. You're wondering what's going on. We've been banded, but you know what? I'm going to ride this train until they finally kick us out, okay? So if you are a high school, college, middle school, if you are a teacher or a tutor and you want to know how to get clients, everyone keeps asking me, how do you get your clients, Audrey? How are you always fully booked, Audrey? Tell me your secrets, Audrey. Bring them to me. So, if you really want to know how I get my clients, and I am fully booked, and I'm still getting people messaging me each and every day, this is the live for you. If you are a teacher and you're thinking about transitioning out of the classroom, this is the live for you. So you have an option if you're thinking about it. If you are a tutor and you're just like, Audrey, I want to expand. Like, I got a lot of clients, but you know what? I can always use some more. This is the live for you. All right. So make sure you have something to write with. Make sure you have something to write with because I will be dropping these gems. I am not going to be staying on here for too long. My quote right now is a half an hour because I got a lot of stuff that I need to get up and get going. So, hello, you guys coming in. I greatly appreciate you coming in. Again, this is what I want to do. I really want you, and if you are a tutor, I see a couple people popping in. Some people are on LinkedIn, some people on Facebook. I'm going live here on TikTok. As I said, I'm going to ride this thing until it's over and done with. But if you are a tutor and you have some tutoring services, use my platform as well. Put your information in the chat. Tell people what you do. What is your specialty? What type of math? What type of English? Do you do elementary? Put it in the chat. So if you are thinking about doing some type of tutoring, just want to get some extra cash, you're like, I don't know where to get my clients. Trust me, guys, this is definitely the place that you want to be. So go ahead, put your info in if you are already a tutor. And trust me, the last time I went live like this, not Wednesday, but last week, I got a new client. I wasn't even talking about my own tutoring business. I was just reaching out publicly and I got a new client from it. And we're working on session number 3 coming on Sunday. So if you want to, use me. All right. So thank you guys for coming in. And I am only going to be here for possibly a half an hour. I just want to reach out to kind of show and give you some ideas of what to do. A lot of you guys are making that transition and you're just like, you know what, Audrey, I really want to, hey, how are you? I really want to really step up my game. I really want to get started. I really want to move forward, but I'm not sure what to do and how to get clients. Like, how do I reach out and grab these people? First of all, don't touch them. Okay. That's illegal. So you don't want to actually physically go out and reach and grab clients. You want to attract them. You want to present yourself in a way as you are sharing your expertise to help these young men and young women to get past this whole stigma of, I can't do math. I'm not good at this class. These people are making me crazy because it seems like everyone else is getting it except for me. And you're going to be that person that's going to help break that barrier and open up their eyes and just kind of like open up their vision a bit. So now they can see how great they are in order to reach and achieve whatever goal they want to do. That's a huge thing. Like when you're a tutor, it's not just passe. It's not just, oh, I can just tutor and that's it. No. When you're a tutor, you're opening worlds for people. You are solving problems more so than you did when you were in the classroom. But it's an extension of what you do. And it's also showing your personality. It's also showing your trend. So by doing this, I don't know, things are like popping up. I'm afraid to touch anything. Hold on. Encourage your videos. Okay, so if you guys are coming on live, okay. I'm going to be a little jumbled for a second. So I'm just going to shift Make sure I emphasize that word because I think I see what's going on here. Give me a second. All right. Now let's see. All right. Can you hear me now? So should people on TikTok, you're probably like, Audrey, we can't hear you. All right. So, yes. All right, we're finishing. We're there. Everything is on hope and a prayer because Facebook has just completely say I can't, face in here. Ugh, we're here. All right. So, as I said, I am here to share my 3 ways, my top 3 ways of how I get clients. And some of it is just really simple. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's just really, really simple. Hey, Fred, how are you doing? Hey, Marilyn, welcome in. And it's something that anybody can do at any time, anywhere. Once you make that decision that you want to be a tutor and you have that mindset that, you know what, I'm going to be able to do what I need to do in order to make this work, everything is going to start to coast. But the one question that everyone always asks is, how do I get clients? And I always ask them, Larry, so what did you do in the first place? Well, I just started my business. So how are you telling people that you are running a business? Because I've done a lot of research and it seems like if you want to just get 10 people, you have to talk to 1,000 people. So in order to have communication with 1,000 people, some people don't know 1,000 people. Sometimes some people just know like 100. And if you know 100 people, that means you need to just get one. But sometimes that's where you need to start. You just want that one person, that one client that's really going to gel, and then have them be the ambassador of your business. So some of the things I'm going to mention, it doesn't even just have to go with tutoring. It could be for any business out there. So, hey, how are you, Fred? So when you come in, and if you are a tutor, please use this platform to put your credentials in. I know I'm going to keep repeating it over and over again. And this is one of those tactics, marketing, that you really should be doing. Anytime you go on someone's live, anytime you join into a group and there's a conversation, you want to actually make mention of what you do because you never know who is that person looking for someone just like you to help them out. So that's a little added bonus. It's almost like you always should be talking about your business. Maybe not every 2.2 seconds, but you should always be having that in your frame of mind. What is it that you want people to get from you? So I'm not going to go into a whole hoblage. I'm going to really get down to it. Ready? So the very first thing that I do, and really it's like 3, 2, 1. So I would say number 3 on my list right now, especially for this year of 2024, is word of mouth. It is word of mouth. You need to tell everyone what you're doing. If you sell t-shirts, if you sell soaps and hair remedies, or if you're selling clothes, if you're doing gloves, if you're doing tutoring, if you're doing a goat farm and you want people to get your goat milk to help them make all kinds of suds and soaps, whatever it is, you need to tell everyone what you're doing, what you're selling. Hey, Seth. And what is it that you want to accomplish? What is that barrier that they are having that you can actually break apart and solve and help them push through? Hey, Ann. So when it comes to all these things, you really want to tell everyone what your business is. So one of the things, or a couple of things that I do, is I have a flyer. And I know people that know me, they're like, oh, Audrey, you're always talking about this flyer. But I'm telling you, it's an oldie but goodie. I mean, I use my flyer for everything. I use my flyer to pass information on to friends and families. Hey, Heidi, thank you so much for putting your stuff in there. Yes, definitely. She is teaching high school and middle school. Well, she has mostly high school kids for math classes. You really want to go out there. If you need someone, and if I'm fully booked, and I know Heidi's getting up there too, reach out to us. This is the time of year that you're going to need that assistance. So One of the things is word of mouth. You want to do a flyer. I create a flyer. I put it on my social media. I put it on my website. I put it on other platforms like Google. And I also pass it on to a lot of my teacher friends. I pass it on to a lot of people that I know are guidance counselors. And also, I pass it on to my local areas, wherever I feel that, yeah, this is where my ideal clients may be. And I know a lot of people say, oh, let me go to a library. Well, here's the thing, most libraries will not take your stuff because you are charging a fee. This is not just free. So, most libraries, you might have to double check, but most of them won't do it for profit. If you're doing, like, say, an event and you want to have an event at the library, which will also bring people to you, they'll be more than willing to do something like that. You just have to ask and they'll create a room for you, or they might even have a whole spot, which will be perfect, especially those reading tutors or those English tutors that want to do some kind of reading activity with younger kids. Go to your local library, basically see if you can have the space, and then take down their emails. That's like the best thing that you could possibly do. When you take down someone's email, now you don't have to worry about if TikTok goes up and if Facebook all of a sudden collapses. You will always have someone's email so you can contact them. Now, don't bombard them with emails, but just to give them some ideas. So by using a flyer, and I don't do like with the little tear offs at the bottom, that's too much. I actually have like a QR code on there, which takes them directly to my website or to a landing page or to a place where I know I'm going to have conversations. One of them will be the Google Flyer or the Google form. So you can get people's information and then you'll be able to contact them and say, hey, I saw that you had an inquiry about tutoring. So let me know. Tell me what you think. And then you'll have a conversation with them, be it telephone, be it text, but eventually have a face to face conversation as you can. Look at Zoom, right? So as you're doing all these things, it will come naturally. Eventually, when you have all your clients and you start getting into a flow, you might not have to post as often, but you still post. I still post once in a while. And believe it or not, it's my number one that I just made a change to that has really put me up in the rankings. And people are really starting to come in and say, hey, Audrey, what's going on? And even sometimes I say to myself, what is happening? Why am I always getting all these leads? But I'm definitely going to be sharing with you. So for people that are on TikTok, I'm just here talking about my 3 ways of getting clients. And it's something that not only for tutoring businesses, it could be for any business. So if you know someone that's about to run a business and they're feeling a little in the slump on getting clients, hey, share the live. Just share it out to them and you can share my contact information, but I will not be battling tonight. Okay. That'll be a little bit later if I have some energy left. So, number 3 on the list is word of mouth. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, I do that, but do you do it on a consistent basis? Stop lying to yourself. Do you do it on a consistent basis? Like right now, my friend Ann, she is like tapping away on that screen. Thank you so much, Ann. I greatly appreciate your support. And I mean, my whole thing is a lot of people will say, yeah, I do it all the time. But are you consistent? Some people's all the time is not all the time. They'll be like, oh, I'll do it Monday through Friday, but I won't do anything on the weekends because I need to rest. When you're an entrepreneur, there's no rest. Sorry. Whoever told you that lied to you. Okay. You're always going to be working. You're always going to be because your business is you. You are your business. The business is you. Now, do you have to work like 24 hours, 7 days a week? No. You got to eat. You got to get some sleep, got to get some rest, got to work out. But overall, you should always have your business on your forefront instead of your secondary. A lot of people will say, get into a business and they're like, man, this is really hard. And then when it's really hard, they're not putting forth the effort that they had in the beginning. They want to keep the momentum going. But instead, they kind of sit back and they kind of freeze. And I'm like, why are you freezing? Because this is something that you love to do. You love to teach. You love to instruct. You just hate all the foolishness that you have to deal with when you're in the classroom. So if that resonates with you, put in the word yes. Type in the word yes into the chat. If you're just like, you know what, Audrey, I am tired of the foolishness, but I'm also scared. I'm afraid of losing my benefits. I'm afraid of my pension being not where it should be. And I get it. But 4 years ago, I went through the same thing. I basically had to leave. For me, it was either I stay or I die. Like it was that severe. I was one of those teachers that was always doing stuff, that was always active. Early, the first one there, the last one to leave, to the point that the custodians were like, we want to go home. Can you wrap this up, please? But that's what I did. I gave my heart, I gave my soul. So when I felt like all of a sudden you're giving so much and you're exhausted, and they turn around to have the audacity to say, we need more from you. And I'm looking around at some of my colleagues that are having their feet up and chilling. And I'm like, why don't you ask them to work more? So at that point, I had to go. I love me enough. I had to leave. But when it comes down to finally doing this online tutoring thing, it was like I finally am able to teach the way that I want to teach. I'm able to really advance other people that I would never have the opportunity to teach or to instruct or even to talk to. I talked to so many tutors this week of people that are just like, I just want to chit chat and see how you're doing with your business. And that's another part that I do is the collaboration. And by me having a collaboration this morning, I got a lead from another tutor that says, this person I think will be awesome for you. See if you can take them on. And that was me having a conversation with another tutor. So it's never, anytime when you're doing business and you're just staying in your room and you're just sitting there, it's never going to be there. So word of mouth works, not only for a flyer, but also word of mouth, talking to other tutors, talking to other people in the same business as you, because you never know. They might have an overflow that'll flow into you and they'll build you up, or vice versa, because you're not going to be able to do this by yourself. So word of mouth was number 3. Number 2 on the list, and still rocking to this day, is TikTok. Yeah, I know. Everyone is freaking out because they're like, we're about to get banned. I'm like, trust me, TikTok is making way too much money. Way too much money. They are not, run the mouth. They are not. I have a feeling it's a little scare tactic. As long as China does whatever they need to do, but they're not going to let all that money run out. Oh, they'll figure out another way. They might have something else. It may not be called TikTok. It might be called Tick. I don't know. So, but they're still going to have something that's going to carry this over. But I'm going to keep riding this train until it falls off, completely falls off. So it might be months, it might be days, it might even be years. I don't know. But all I know is I believe that people that see who you are, see your value, they'll respond to you in a minute. And the much support that I get on TikTok than anywhere else is amazing. I would have some people in Washington State, in Florida, in New Zealand, Australia, all over the world. Albuquerque even joined in. And it just seems like no matter where you are, if you show your true self, people will see that and they will respond to it. And they'll be like, what are you selling? Take a look. Look at TikTok. Look at the TikTok shop. How that exploded since this summer. Exploded. I don't know how many hair care products was out there, but they're all on TikTok right now. And everybody that's doing educational systems, I'm seeing people that are putting together like lives just to break down concepts to help with GED, help with the GSEs. Some people, I came in there and helped with change. Believe it or not, people were watching those videos of me making change because some people don't know how to do it. So, hey, Andre. Um, so for the most part, like I get on TikTok and I talk about my business, but at the same time, I also show my crazy personality. You don't have to dance, but I do it anyway, But at the same time, I get to meet different people. I get to listen to different DJs. And what I generally do is I go to those DJ rooms, and especially I have two that are my absolute favorites. So, DJ, let's see, I always keep them as DJ MC Beats is one. And I am slowly getting to, there's this one gentleman that's Christian. And it's like, man, I wish I could remember his number, his things. I think it's DJT or DCT. And it just seems like when I go in there, it's a whole mixture. Everybody has that vibe, right? Everyone's listening, everyone's jamming, and everyone's on that same level. So I know one time I came on a live, I'm tapping away, hey, support my DJ, all that. And then all of a sudden it was time for me to go tutor. And I was like, you know what? Guys, I got to leave. Hope keep the party going. But if you need a math tutor, just hit me up. In the next 3 minutes, I had 3 leads. One of them was a nursing student who is almost done. I'm so proud of her. Another one was community college, and another one was a lady that needed help with Algebra 1. You never know where your clients are going to be. You never know who is in need of your services. So if you don't get yourself out there, like really out there, don't say, oh, I put a standard post up. That's not getting out there. Oh, I don't want anybody stealing my identity. Where are you going? Everything's on the black market anyway. There's no secrets, okay? But you have to get yourself out there and get yourself involved and encouraged. So even with me doing these lives, heck, I don't know who's going to be listening, who's going to be watching. But all I know is when I told you what I got last week, there was a person that needed tutoring, saw my live, and was like, she has to tutor our child. She's the one. That's who I want. The one that's assertive, that's fun, but at the same time, will tell you how to break things down and take it step by step. They got all of that over me talking about tutoring services. It's very interesting. So going again, number 3, I keep flashing fingers. Number 3 is word of mouth. Okay. Number 2 is TikTok. Just be yourself and put yourself out there. Try to shoot for a 1-minute video as best you can. And before I get to my number 1, I know you're like, no, Audrey, but it's coming. So before you get to your number 1, if you are a tutor, I already have my friend Heidi that's in here. She's a certified math teacher, grades 7 through 12. Why am I tongue-tied? Math tutor from Wisconsin. Okay, she's been teaching and tutoring high school math classes for over 34 years, and she gets results fast. That's what she wants. So if you need somebody like that, go ahead. Do I have slots? I have 2 slots left, and right now I have 2 people that are holding on to that. If they fall through, never know. So if you want to be on my waiting list, come right ahead, because I basically do Algebra 1, Algebra 2, geometry, and also those intermediate classes. If you're going back to community college, like those low-level classes that you're just like, I'm about to lose my mind because I just want my motivation, my step up, give me a call. Trust me. Been through it, done it, got the results. Tons. I got people that goes from F's to A's. All I do is just break concepts down. I'm not a miracle worker. I just work really hard. All right. So going to number 1, the number 1 spot, Google Business. She said, what? What was number 1? Number 1 was Google Business. It used to be called Google My Business. And you're probably like, oh, well, isn't that a new tech thing? No. And it really isn't that hard to set it up and to get verified. You get verified rather quickly now, because now they don't mail things to you anymore. Now it's just like you fill it out. They can get your address. Sometimes some people might ask you to take a picture or something. but they got all that information and then boom, you can get started. Once you get something, it's almost like it's a presence. Remember years ago when people said, "Oh, pay me $300 and I can get you page one on Google." Guess what? You don't have to. The best way, and I think this is what's happening, is I've been helping people and I have them do reviews. And they put those reviews on my page. The more activity that goes on in that Google business account and that profile, the higher they will push you up in the algorithm. You don't have to pay anybody $300. All you have to do is just be active on the thing. So once you set it up, and you're probably saying, "Well, Audrey, you're a tutor. How can you do all this?" And I'm like, I have my service area. It's a service map. Because there are times, I don't do it too often, there might be a special case that I might go down to the local school that's not too far away from me, and I would do face-to-face tutoring. Very seldom here and there, but I've been getting a lot of clientele off of my Google business. So if you are a business owner and you're not into Google business, you need to be. It's like the easiest way because really take a look at it. When you need something, what do? Think about it. When you want to know how something is done and you want to know how things go around, "Hey, how are you?" "How are you?" "Oh my goodness, lady. Has been for so long." When you want to learn how to do something, this is what you do. You either Google it or you look on YouTube. I'm serious. Think about it. When you want to learn how to bake something, what do? You Google for the recipe. And then sometimes if you want to look at some new advanced, platform that's out there, what do? I go to YouTube to see if someone did a review on it. So why not put yourself in those places? Google Business, it just basically people are doing searches. And when you're thinking about your hashtag, think about what are people looking up? They're looking up tutor online tutor. They're looking up math tutor near me. They're looking up science tutor. They're looking at 7th grade math or 5th grade math or 10th grade math or college math. Those are the words that you should have for your hashtags. And you should be using them in your hashtags quite often, almost every publication that you do. You need to put it out there. So when you put yourself out there, you want to go into like Google Business. And it's an easy setup. You just have to really just sit down. And if you really need assistance with it, hey, I can help you because I've helped people before. But then it really comes down to, yes, this is how you can get clients, but how do you stay fully booked? How do you keep them? Because I know a lot of people that will track people like, "Ooh, look, all these leads." And then all of a sudden, they don't keep them. "Hey, Jose, how are you?" So they don't keep these leads. But that's what you have to do. You have to put things in action. There's a lot of people that says, "Oh, I can't wait to start a business." And they'll just sit there and they're like, "Okay, I push publish. I got a website. All right." What should I do next? They're not coming in. They're not flooding in as I thought they would be because they don't know you exist. Right, lady? They don't know that you exist. They don't know that you are actually running a business. Some people will consider your business a hobby. Only you are the one that's going to push it from hobby to entrepreneurship. That's the only one. And that's the only person that matters. What you want out of it, that's what you're going to take. So you have to publicize it. You can't be afraid of social media. And I know a lot of you guys are probably saying, "I don't want to be on social media. There's so many crazy people on here. There's so many trolls." I mean, there's a couple trolls that came through here, and there's a couple nice people that came and stopped that knows me. Blazing Sprays here. Hey, you go. Got you. All right. Bree joined in. Hey, Bree, how are you? So it's like a lot of people are here. But yes, there are going to be trolls. Yes, there are going to be people going to talk about my hair. Yes, there are going to say your nose is too shiny and all this other stuff. But I'm not worried about that because they're not paying my bills at all. But when it comes to building your business, you have to have that belief and you have to put things into action. But I understand when you want to put things in action, but you don't know what to put into action. Let me clarify. So, a lot of people want to start a business or they want to have their independence. It looks good when they're on the outside looking in. They're like, oh man, that looks really awesome. I can structure my own time. I can like charge whatever I want, and then I can have the comforts of home. They love all that. But hey, Brandy. But for the most part, it seems like they don't know what to do next. Like everybody wants to join in, everybody wants to be free, but no one knows what to do next. Hey, Ann, thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you. So it's almost like someone's asking you, like, oh, well, you need to do this. Well, I didn't know I had to do that. Like, I didn't know that I had to not use invoices, but use like more of an automation system. So it's almost like there's three things, and I know all about threes. It's kind of a religious thing. But in three things that I know every business owner needs, one of them is coaching. They need someone to kind of coach them, like someone that has done it, that has been in the grind, that's been in the trenches, that knows how to advance and to excel. They need someone that's going to be their coach, that's going to be like their accountability partner on steroids, right? Just like, hey, I'm your cheerleader, but I'm the foot in your butt, and you're going to get this done. But also, they need direction. Like, am I on the right track? So we got to talk about your goals. What do you want to achieve? What do you want out of this thing called business? Is it just clout, or is it actually you want to help students, or you really want to build a goat farm? I'm all obsessed about the goat farm. We always want to talk about that goat farm that you always dreamed about. Are you really going to make it a reality? You talk about having a small restaurant in a Caribbean area and you get to cook the meals that you want to cook, but what are you doing to get there? What are you doing to make that dream into reality? Everyone thinks that you can only make money if you stay inside a building or stay inside a box. Take a look around, guys. We got kids in their teens, they're making more money than people that are in their 50s and 60s because they just know how to jump on stuff. My friend's saying, like, I want someone else to have a goat farm and I'll go visit them, right? I know, because goats are just animals in general. Like, I have this one cat that's just crazy. I don't know how anybody can handle a whole goat farm, right? But that's what he wanted to do. People want to have that freedom. People want to have that advancement. But they kind of need, hey, and so so they kind of need that direction. Am I going in the right direction? And you ever have a person that will say, ooh, I want to go over here. And you're like, is that going to help you? Or is that going to hurt you? And you're like, well, it's going to help me. Awesome. Then let's do it. I want to be as tall. I want to be as tall as you. Yeah, I know. 6'1". It's kind of crazy. I'm allergic to cats. Oh, that's nice, Mike. But for the most part, like, some people just need that direction. Like, is this going to help you out? Is this really going to solve a problem? If the answer is no, you're going to need someone to grab that yoke and just say, all right, right here, ignore that, keep going. But in addition to all that, you need a community. So yes, you need the coaching. Yes, you need the direction, but sometimes you need more than one voice in your ear to kind of build that encouragement, because you're carrying on so much animosity. You're carrying on a lot of traditions of people saying that, especially for women, we're not supposed to be making money, especially for this group. We're not supposed to be here. We're only supposed to be the support group. We're not supposed to be the lead. But it's time for you to be the lead. But the only way you do that is surround yourself with other people that think the same way. I had a great conversation with another tutor. And she was just like, this is so awesome. She's like, I haven't had a conversation like this in a long time where I get to talk to other people. Yep, it's time to take the lead. Exactly. Exactly. So if you don't feel that you're like not getting the clients that you want, you got to stop and think, what are you giving off? What is it? Are you giving this like, hi, I can be your tutor. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait to get started. Like, no one talks like that. No one responds well to that. But maybe that's your personality. Okay. But if that's your personality, sell it, put it out there. But if you know you're just like, I'm just scared, Audrey. And I'm like, what are you scared of? Rejection? You're not going to be perfect? You're just going to procrastinate. Oh, I got to wait until it's really good. When's that going to happen? It is good, but I don't think it is. And no, it is good. So you just really have to put it out there. So how you get the clients is fine. There's so many people that you can get them and then they leave. They ghost you. And then how do you feel? Rejected. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. This was dumb. No, that person wasn't your right person. That's all. That person wasn't your right person. But guess what? You know how many billion people are on this planet? And you're so worried about one person? You don't know how many no's I get? No, we don't want you to post on our Facebook group. No, we don't want you to talk about your business on our Facebook group. No, we don't want you to post your flyers on here because you're collecting money from it. Okay. But I'm still here telling you how I get fully booked. And you know what I do? I treat people with so much respect. But I would have struggled a lot less in math in high school. I know. Trust me, because every math teacher was not exactly the same. Oh, 1 in a million. I didn't see that one. I still think about you in your class. Oh, I know. My craziness. I should have been 5 years ago. But anyway, but that brings the spice into the classrooms. But let's be real. Like, we want someone that's going to coach us, that is going to basically give us direction, that is going to give us a community of like-minded people. And this is where I'm coming from. Like, I am a giver. I like to break concepts down. I like all those things to have some kind of advancement. I love how Heidi says she's got 3 cats. But we all want to win. And I always felt, and I think one of my former students is on TikTok right now, and he can attest to it. I will work hard to make sure other people win. I don't know what it is. I always like to be the connector. When I see one person struggling and it's not my strong suit, I will find someone for them, bond them together, off they go. And if they have questions as they're on that journey, hey, I can help you out. I also like to break concepts down. And this is why I'm doing my new membership called You Can Tutor. And they're like, oh, here it comes. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you what I do. And the reason why I built that You Can Tutor membership is because I sat down in a lot of different programs. And at the end of every program, I felt exactly the same. Lost, overwhelmed. And I'm like, what the heck did I just learn? Okay, I think I learned one thing, and that's great. But how's that one thing going to move my business? So I just feel like people put time limits on things. Oh, learn this in 8 weeks, learn this in 10 weeks, learn this in 12 weeks, learn this in 3 months. And you're learning, you're just trying to adapt. Hey, Debbie, you're trying to adapt. But, oh, that's awesome. You also don't let us doubt ourselves. You shut that ish down real quick. Darn right. Because that's the only thing. You can't beat yourself up. And the mere fact that I still have that seed implanted in you since what? I forgot what year you graduated. It was like 20, oh gosh, 2010, 2009, oh, 2009. Was it 2012? Okay, I'm still old, but in 2012, you still remember that. That's awesome. You're 30 now? Okay. People are going to see me having a breakdown in so many different things. I ain't ready. I ain't ready for my kids talking about the 30. Oh, good gracious. But because the reason why I did the You Can Tutor, I just felt like I needed something that was going to be ongoing. I need something that was going to support me when I need, not like when I was in dire need. Like I needed something like, I have an idea, and just have someone to have an idea and have a conversation, like a brainstorming session with. And I just felt like I also want someone to kind of walk me through the process. I know I can get up and go, but I really want it. Like, there's so many people that'll sit there and say, "Oh, we're going to walk you through it. Hold my hand and I'll guide you through it." And I'm expecting at least this. But what I was getting is like the pinkies. Like, when you want to be with that person, but you really don't want to hold hands and you're just like, "Oh, we're just kind of cute together." This is what I was getting. But I really, really and truly needed this. I would take this, but I needed this. I needed someone to walk me through the process, how to set up my Google, my business, how to set up my Facebook page, how to set up my Instagram. If I wanted to do a landing page, where do I go? If I want to do email marketing, where can I be? You know? Oh, you've been having a breakdown. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, for late nines and mid tens. Yeah. Oh, we're not doing no mental breakdowns. We're not doing it. I mean, I've had it like at least one or two. So, especially last week was a doozy. But that's one of the things, like people just get so overwhelmed. You're taking in all this information and you don't know what you're doing with it. And then you get overwhelmed and all of a sudden you just can't get out of your head. And the only way that you can do it is to talk to somebody that's going through the same stuff. Unless you wear a t-shirt that says, "Hi, I'm having a breakdown. Are you too? Can you help me?" No one's not going to know how another person feels, especially on social media. Everybody wears a happy face. Everyone's happy and glorious. Everyone's going on fabulous vacations. Everyone is like drinking champagne out of crystal. Oh, yeah. But what are they behind the scenes, though? What happens behind the scenes? You're not going to see that. Only when you're in it, that's when you're going to see it. That's when you're really going to see it. So, to kind of recap, because I know my membership is going to come up and I know I'm going to keep talking about it, because starting May 1st, I'm going to officially open it up. It is going to be what it is because it's going to be ongoing. And I have some courses in there. I just wanted to make sure I had at least something in there with the courses to kind of help you prior to the membership. Because I know a lot of people are going to ask me about, how to get clients. I just told you how I did 3 things, and you get to pick which one works with you, and you get started and you do it. If it means getting a flyer together, get the flyer together. If you need more assistance, get more assistance. But if it is a matter of like word of mouth, how to spread that word of mouth, you talk to everybody. Talk to all your friends, talk to all your families, give them a flyer to share on their social media platforms. Go to local businesses where people usually are standing and see if you can promote. So I'm talking like your Panera Breads. I'm talking at a local sushi restaurant. I'm talking at a local Chinese restaurant, even barbecue pit places, any of those takeouts. See if they have a community board. Post that bad boy on that community board. Here's my suggestion. Take a look at the community board before you post, because then it'll help you what kind of paper you want to use so yours can stand out a little bit more. Color is very attractive, especially for women. And most of the people that are doing tutoring or getting tutoring for their kids are women. We like color, bright, entertaining color, especially electric blues. A little hint for you. Nature. It's all about nature. Watch some nature shows. You'll get all this on there. So once you post it up there, after you do that, take a look at TikTok. Give it a try. Do it before it leaves. You never know. And as you're getting more people, ask for emails. Talk to them. Dark humor. Yeah, not too dark. All right. So then you talk to your TikTok. If you don't like TikTok, you want to do Facebook, do Facebook. Do Facebook groups. There's nothing wrong with that. You might jump into a group and all of a sudden, or like my friend Heidi over here, she created her own Facebook group. Just called it really simple. Math tutoring, exclamation point. That's it. That's it. And she keeps it simple, like just what she says. She's been teaching and tutoring for a long time. That's what she puts in there. And she gets results fast. There you go. All of a sudden, thousands of people in there, popping in, popping out, asking for about math tutoring. You never know when it's going to clutch together. But my whole thing is when you're starting a business, it shouldn't be too difficult. Keep it simple. Everybody's trying to be like, I can't use his name. Everybody's trying to be some advanced 1%er when you just started. It's just like you trying to lose weight in one day. Please. It took me years to perfect this. I can't even say that with a straight face. But even though you want to get rid of some weight, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a routine. It's going to take action. Same thing for your business. Same exact thing. I don't understand why we're trying to do something super intensive. Oh, I got to be on social media. You should be on social media, but go on a platform where you know. Go and talk to people. And then also do Google Business and be active with it. Post things on there. Put a video out. Yes, a video, not just stagnant posts of you going like this. Or you just like, okay, that's cute. And sometimes a lot of you guys are using cardstock videos or pictures that doesn't represent you. So then all of a sudden, when you got some random person that's like, oh, I wonder if you can help me with tutoring. And then you have a Zoom call. And all of a sudden you're like, this doesn't look like you. Exactly. That's why you got to put you out there. Definitely. So those are my 3 things. And if you are interested in joining my You Can Tutor membership, or you want to get more information, or if you have something like, you know what, Audrey, I got a question. Can you help me out with this? Go ahead and put yes in the chat, and then I'll contact you via text. Probably not text, but TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram just checked out on me. I don't know what happened, but just go ahead and just put yes in the chat. Help me. Maybe not help me because that sounds weird, but put something in the chat. Put yes in the chat. Like, Audrey, can we meet in the chat? Not for a date. I'm not doing that. I'm like, I don't care if I'm just divorced or anything. I'm not doing all that. But my whole thing is I really want to help people. And I really want to show you that there are alternatives. Use your academic skills to make some financial wealth and freedom. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And then the secret, keeping clients, talk to them like they're human beings. Don't chase, attract. Trust me, it's that simple. Because when you show your true self, they're going to be attracted to it and they're going to come. And they're going to ask, do you do 4th grade math? No, I do not. Do you do 9th grade, some physicists? No, that's not me. But do you need some help with Algebra 1? I got you. Need some help with Algebra 2? Love it. Unit circle? Bring it. Pythagorean's theorem? Oh yeah, I can do it. Okay? But these are the things that you have to do. Treat people with respect. Build relationships with people. And just put yourself out there. Just as much as I'm putting myself out here right now, I know my friend Ann and so they're tapping away, man. My easy, your thumbs might be cramping up. But for others that are watching and they're listening, I'm hoping that you're taking something from this, because I know I was only supposed to be here for a half an hour, but you know me, it channels in me. I just want to put it right back out. But I really want people to win, and I want them to advance. And I really think that you can advance. And you deserve it. You should not have to wake up every morning like, ugh, can't wait for Friday. Why? Why are you wasting your day? Like, you have been blessed by God to have breath in your lungs. And everyone here has a purpose. Everyone here has a purpose. And sometimes it doesn't feel like or look like there's a purpose, but you do. And I'm glad each and every one of you are here. Even the ones that kind of came in and left, that's fine. And the ones that are still here, I appreciate you. But for the most part, I want you to remember that if you want to do tutoring, you have to put in the work, regardless if you're doing it part-time or full-time. Hey, Mike, how are you? Hey, Dawn. All right. So you have to put the work in. Oh, you're the best tutor. No, you are, because you got those middle schoolers. I can, no. I got fifth grader. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. But let me recap. All right. So yes, I do have a membership. Yes, I really want to help teachers. And I know in May, I am going to be having a sale. So just hold off until May 1st. But if you want to know more about it, definitely reach out for me. Type the word yes into the comments and I will definitely reach out to you. I'm trying to build up my business account on TikTok. I'm just kind of like, should I? And I'm like, I'm going to keep doing it. So I'm going to, that was good, Audrey. Thank you. Not a problem, Heidi. I'll see you soon. But if anything, definitely word of mouth. Definitely go to TikTok, go to a platform. If it's not TikTok, go to a platform and be active on it. Be yourself on it. Okay. Go to groups of your interests. Don't just go to groups because, oh, that's where all the parents are going to be, because they know that. It's almost like a dog. A dog can smell fear. Parents can smell fear as well. Okay. And then lastly, get yourself a Google business. Get yourself a Google business account. It's free, for flip's sake. Okay. Go ahead and do that. It's real easy to set up. If you need help setting up, heck, I can even do like a webinar. We'll all sit down and we'll do it. If you want to, I can invite you. Why not? There's only a handful of people. Let me invite you to one of my collab workdays, which I'm having this weekend. Almost forgot. Yeah, here we go. All right, this Saturday. And if you really want to, type in yes that you want to try it. And you're probably like, what's a collab workday? It's when I have a Q&A session, answer your questions, give you 45 minutes to do work for your business. And if you have questions while you're working on things, we can do a breakout room because it's on Zoom. And I can break some stuff down to you, leave you alone to finish working. And at the end, we do a feedback. So you're going to present what you've been working on and to get some feedback from other tutors. It's not rocket science. It's just really giving you time to advance in your whole thing. If you want to do that, just type in yes in the chat and I'll invite you in. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know I have to have it early because I do tutoring in the afternoons now. It's all kinds of crazy. Majesty, how are you? So I am going to wrap up. Thank you so much. Okay. So go out there. It's just a matter of you being out there to get the clients that you need to get. So 1, word of mouth, spread the word. Okay. Keep it legal. So spread the word, do a flyer, Talk to your family and friends. Have them share that flyer on the social media platform. If you're a former teacher, talk to your former colleagues. Talk to your former guidance counselor. Even the special ed department, whoever's in charge of that department, or the secretary. There are tons of kids that needs assistance, especially in those parochial and the private schools. They need it. Not just because, oh, that's where all the rich kids are. No, that's where a lot of those kids need assistance, because private and parochial schools, they still trying to figure out what to do with kids that have special needs. Trust me, they are. And then lastly, get your Google business. If you've got any type of business, it doesn't matter. Get your business out there. By you being active in that site, I swear I get a new lead every, I want to say twice to three times a week. For a tutor, that's pretty good. And for me, I convert those leads into new clients every time, like every time. Okay. So have an amazing night. Thank you all for being here. Dawn, I'm going to talk to you in a few seconds. And everyone else, have an amazing night. And if you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out. So I will see you guys next week here at 8:45 every Thursday. But also, I'm going to have two tutors talking, which I interview other tutors from around the world. That's on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys.